In a lot of cases, the biggest mistake isn't what happened, it's how it was interpreted. Because once a narrative forms, everything else gets filtered through it. And today we're talking about what happens when the story people believe doesn't actually match the evidence. Part 1, how narratives form. When something happens, especially in a high stress situation, people want answers quickly. So what happens? The first version of the story gets created, and it might be based on limited information, assumptions, or initial impressions. But once it's out there, it sticks. And everything after that becomes confirmation or contradiction of that first story. Part 2, the power of labels. This is where labels come in. Words like paranoid, erratic, they just walked away. Those labels shape how people see the entire case. Because once someone is labeled, their behavior gets interpreted through that lens. So instead of asking what was actually happening, people ask, how does this fit the label? And that's where things start to go wrong. Part 3, behavior versus assumption. Let's talk about behavior, because real behavior, especially under stress, doesn't always look logical from the outside. People leave things behind, make unexpected decisions, act in ways that don't make sense without context. But instead of asking, what would cause this behavior? The assumption becomes, this behavior proves the narrative. And that's backwards, because behavior should raise questions, not close them. Let's talk about part 4, the missing context. This shows up over and over again in cases like abandoned vehicles, incomplete timelines, unexplained gaps. People look at what's there and ignore what's missing. But in many cases, the truth isn't in what you see, it's in what's not accounted for. Part 5, why this matters. When the narrative is wrong, everything that follows can be wrong too. Leads get missed, behavior gets misread, and people stop asking the right questions because they think they already know the answer. So, in closing, the truth doesn't disappear. It gets buried. And if you actually want to understand what happened, you have to be willing to question what you were told first. Thank you for tuning in to Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. My name is Buffy. I'm an almost 18-year criminal defense attorney, and my podcast is housed on YouTube, so feel free to check it out. Have a great day, and I hope that you'll come back and see me again soon. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.